We work with many organizations in different industry sectors, and we have recently seen an increased interest in benchmarking metrics, which are used by our clients to support different patent strategy activities like budget justification, pruning, portfolio optimization, and competitor activity monitoring. In this video, I'm going to present an example of benchmarking analysis focused on ADAS sensors technologies. It is worth mentioning that sensors is just an example, but this type of analysis can be applied to any technology of interest, not necessarily linked to automotive. We start our benchmarking analysis comparing the size and the filing activity of 8 sensor technologies. So we have the list of 8 sensor technologies here, and what we want to do first is to compare the active patent size of these 8 technology. So you can immediately see from this chart that LiDAR sensor is the leading technology with the highest number of patent families, followed by rear and parking cameras and radar sensor. If we look at the bottom of this chart, we also see that infrared sensors and millimeter wave sensors are the smallest technologies in terms of active patent families. If we look at the patenting activity of this 8 technology, we see from the compound annual growth rate chart that LiDAR sensor is the leading technology with the highest growth rate between 2015 and 2019. And it's also interesting to see that millimeter wave radar, even if it's a very small technology in terms of active patent families, is the second technology per compound annual growth rate. We can also switch to LiDAR sensors to have a look at the filing trend in the line chart. And also we can have a look at the millimeter wave radar filing trend. So you see that millimeter wave radar has seen an increasing filing trend from 2017 especially. Now that we know the LiDAR sensor is the fastest growing technology, we can have a closer look at the top owners in this space. And to do so, we can move to the benchmarking tab. So here what we want to do is to, first of all, have a look at the top owners in the LiDAR sensor space, and you can do that using the ranking list that is giving you an immediately view of the top companies in this space. What we want also to do is to compare 10 selected companies to each other. So you can see the companies that we have selected in this landscape chart, and we can immediately see that the leader company is Bosch with the highest number of active patent families in LiDAR sensor, followed by Ford and followed by GM. What we want to do next, we want to compare the patenting activities of these 10 companies, and what we can do, we can use the compound annual growth rate between 2017 and 2019, and we see from this chart that Waymo is the leading technology with the highest compound annual growth rate. And also from the line chart on the right, we see the actual number of publications by year, and we see that there has been an increasing trend in patenting filing activity from 2017. And also it's interesting to see that Ford is at the bottom of this list with a negative compound annual growth rate. So it could be interesting to switch to Ford to have a look at the filing trend. And we actually see from the line chart that Ford has seen a decreasing trend in publication filed from 2017. Another type of analysis that we can do is to compare the mean PVIX of these 10 companies. The mean PVIX is a standard metric used to evaluate the quality of patents. And we see from this chart that Waymo is the leading technology with the highest mean PVIX, followed by GM. And we see at the bottom the Chinese startup Suteng Innovation and Valeo. So PVIX mean score is just one of the different analyses we can do. We can, for example, look at different type of analysis like cost or age, for example. So far we have seen that LiDAR is the top leading technology in the ADAS space, and that in LiDAR, Bosch is the top owner per active patent families. But we have also seen that Waymo has the fastest growth rate and the best quality score within our selection of organizations. So this has been an overview of some of the charts that are useful for benchmarking analysis, but we have available many other charts, so we can customize our solution based on your need.